Hi, I'm John, and this is my lovely wife, Kelly.
Hi.
And welcome to TravelTrep. This is really cool for us to be able to bring this to you guys. This meaning TravelTrep, this idea happened when we were going for a walk, which we like to do in the evening, kind of wind down for the day and catch up and reconnect. And we said, we need to do something like this and share our love for travel and adventure and entrepreneurship and kind of putting it all together. And thus, TravelTrep was born. What do you want to say about, what do you want people to know and convey and to learn from all this?
Well, I know when we discussed TravelTrep with friends and family, and it was in its infancy, discussing, what it is, what it means to be able to travel and work at the same time. Because as we have gotten to a point in our careers where we're very excited to be able to travel and work at the same time, see what we want to see the world, and accomplish things in our businesses, we want to just share it. And people were asking, so what does that mean? How can I do it? Is it possible? And I think based on some research and some surveys, we've had some interesting feedback from a lot of people, including friends and family, who just have a lot of questions as to how can this be done, and we have some answers.
Yeah, we have a lot of answers, and we have a lot of experts who are joining us that can help you when we don't have the answer. But one thing I want to convey is that TravelTrep is a community. We want you to share your ideas, join the forum, share ideas, ask questions, comment on the blog, share resources that you have. This is a community where we all can learn and grow and make a difference. And what we say is to get more life out of your years, because we want to maximize the time that we have, do the most amount of good, and really see the world. And it's funny because for probably the first 15 years of my adulthood, starting my business and doing that, I actually would forgo vacations for years. I went a decade without really going on vacation as I built my businesses. And that's both good and bad.
I say bad.
Well, initially, because I was able to build successful businesses, but I also made myself crazy in the process. And now Kelly has introduced me to global travel. Absolutely love it. I realize that when you don't travel, you really miss out on a lot, and your perspective of the world is by default very limited because you haven't seen much of the world. And it's allowed me to understand other cultures and appreciate other cultures, and to realize how much I don't know and have yet to learn. One thing that Kelly brought up that I think is really important, and I'm going to let her explain this. People are a little freaked out about doing this. They said, I can't travel and my business won't allow it, and I don't know how I can put all this together. And Kelly says,
I say wrong. It's interesting because we are so technologically advanced and sound. We walk around basically with all that we need every day. And if you think of your smartphone and your iPad that you take with you almost every day, and when I leave the house for any reason, I'm ready. I can answer an email, I can answer a phone call, I can answer a text. And by default, while being on trips and road trips and small road trips, just being out, being on a walk, going to the beach, going anywhere, we realized that we really could get everything done that we needed to get done. And it was very, very simple. It would take maybe an hour to really test yourself and see if this is true. Is plan a trip to the beach this weekend. Plan a walk. Even go to the mall. It doesn't matter. Just go. Bring your iPhones and your Blackberries and your iPads with you, and just see how much you can possibly get done. And you will be shocked, because you always think, gosh, I've got so much to do, I've got so much work to do, and you picture your office, and that encompasses your desk and all your computers and your laptops and your files and all your papers. And when it comes down to it, you actually really don't need those things. You really probably sit down at your computer, answer a couple emails, get some stuff done, which you can do anywhere. And so when you kind of test yourself, you're going to be shocked, I think, at how much you can really accomplish from those small little devices that we actually have with us all the time.
Start out small, but realize that the potential is limitless. If you have a business or a career that has you confined to a cubicle, rent or download the movie Office Space. And that's so hard I shook my desk. It's funny. It's done very, very well, and I think it's one of the cutest roles that Jennifer Aniston ever did. But I think above and beyond that, it lets you know kind of the drones that we can become, whether you are an employee or an employer, but confined to a space mentally and physically and psychologically and socially. And you don't realize at that time, because you are the fish swimming in the water, you don't realize everything else that is around you and that's available to you.
I also think too, we know there's so many of you out there that you're going to be drawn to the site because you're already doing something like it. Mm-hmm. And that's why we want your feedback so much on our forums, because we know there's a lot of you out there right now sitting on a beach somewhere, enjoying yourselves, having a drink with a view of a lifetime. And so we know that there's a huge community of people that are doing this. And we also know that people who are interested don't have that job. I mean, they really don't, but you understand why you don't. We are all in the same boat. We don't want that confined feeling. We want to be able to continue our businesses and be on the go. And that's the reason for it. And as well as enjoying life, like you said, getting more out of our years that we have. Mm-hmm. So we're really excited about TravelTrep, and we're going to learn a bunch along with you. We've got some fantastic people that are contributing to TravelTrep to help us. Yeah. They are literally sitting on a beach somewhere doing exactly what you want to do, and they're going to show you how to do that, tell you how to do that.
Why don't you share what you are doing, as we've been traveling around the world for the last few years, but we're about to embark on a tremendous journey and doing this and truly indulging in it while we maintain and actually grow our businesses and our income, while exploring the far reaches of Earth, which is going to be so awesome. But you have a specific thing that you want to do at each country you go to.
Oh, I do. I have a love and passion for dance. So now I'm ballroom dancing and competing, and I don't know what I'm thinking, but I'm enjoying it. I absolutely love it. And so one of my aspirations as we travel around the globe is to learn the native dance of each country that we go to. I'm not saying I'm going to compete in it, however, but I am saying that I would really like to just experience that, along with, of course, the food, local food.
That's for darn sure.
Yeah.
And then what I'm planning on doing is I've been doing martial arts for about 15 years now, and I've studied about 6 different styles. But as you may or may not know, a lot of martial arts have origins in different countries. And a lot of it is from Asia. A lot of good ones are from Brazil and so on as well. And so as we travel around to the different countries, what I want to do is to study the indigenous martial arts of each country, and the grand poobah, the culmination of it all for me will be training with the Shaolin monks in China. So that is something that we will do, at least I will, and then and then I'll come home busted up and bruised, and she'll take pictures as photographic evidence that
Absolutely.
It actually occurred.
Yes, I will do that, and I'll be fine because I will have just danced in all of those countries.
Better feel it would be a little sore. So, well, we're going to do these things together, and she will get me out there to dance, because that was a promise to her that I made.
That was recorded. You heard it here first, and we're going to hold them to it, and we'll post the pictures and videos of all of it.
And it's going to be fairly ugly on my part, but she's actually pretty good. So, again, welcome to TravelTrep. We're super excited to have you join us here. Share your comments, share your resources, be kind to everyone. If you have a tip, a trick, a strategy, a resource that you want to share, do it in a professional way. Share it in the comments. Contribute to the forum post. And if you're interested in also writing for TravelTrep as well, that opportunity does exist. Check out all the different resources and gadgets and travel advice and technologies and everything we have for you, and we're going to keep growing, so keep coming back, because more and more information is going to be made available, and we will keep you up to date with our travels and adventures.
Absolutely.
As well.
We'd love to meet you on a beach somewhere, share a drink somewhere with our fellow travel treppers. That'd be awesome.
All right, so first thing, go rent Office Space, because it will create a new reality for you.
Motivate.
And and then comment, contribute, share, and tell your friends about this, and then start your process. Go out there and try it just for a day, just for a weekend, and then go a little further and stay a little longer and experiment with some different technology, and let us know how it goes as well. All right. I'm John. This is Kelly.
Bye. We'll see ya.
Thank you.